What's up, y'all? Doing the podcast in the car today. You know what I realized? I realized a lot of people is not gonna own up to the shit that they do. They're not gonna own up to their wrongs. You know what I'm saying? They too good, too prideful to own up to their wrongs, and a lot of people will let the wrongs continue to be wrong because they look at their wrongs as right. You know, anybody that always look at their wrongs as right is not right for you. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is, a friendship, relationship, about whatever, boss, job, family, whatever. You know, if you can't look at the things you do that's wrong and make them right and admit to your wrongs, ain't nothing you can do with them, because they're not even gonna admit to their wrongs to God, because they gonna feel like their wrongs is unseen. They gonna feel like they right. You know what I'm saying? You have to, in order to be forgiven for your sins, you have to point out the sins that you are wrong for. You can't just ask God for forgiveness. That's not how that works. You just ask, thank God, forgive me. Forgive you of what? You have to point out your sins, and you can't go forward, move forward in communication and nothing that you do if you can't admit your wrong and stand on your wrong and fix your wrong. You know, that's equivalent to being selfish. You know, and that's just not the way to go at all. And it may not be the most mature thing. It's like in the Bible, it says when you become a man, when you become a man, you act as a man. When you're a child, you act like a child. You know what I'm saying? And I used to do that when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a man now, so I know how to admit to my wrongs. I know how to, straighten up and do that. A lot of people don't know how to do that. So if your energy can't match mine as far as like those type of things, it's never gonna work out. We never can be friends. We never can be in a relationship. I can't never work for you. We can't never do business because you don't know how to swallow your pride and admit when you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? I never had a problem with admitting that I'm wrong. Never. Nobody ever had to, most of the time, have to tell me to admit that I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I try not to even put myself in position to be wrong. So, and that's because I'm a man, and I want better. I want better for myself. I don't want to stay stationary. I don't want to not grow. I don't want to be left behind. I want to grow as a man, as a king, a real queen admit they faults, and a real king and queen will make things right. You know what I'm saying? And not feel like they right when they wrong. If you feel like you right when you wrong, you need help. You know what I'm saying? You need some type of therapy or something like that, because that ain't gonna never work. You're never gonna have people work for you. You're never gonna have a husband. You're never gonna have a wife. You're never gonna have a good relationship with your family. You're never gonna have, it's gonna always be something. It's gonna be a dark cloud and a bad energy and bad vibration. So that's just not gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? And people gonna stay away from that once they realize, because at first they're gonna see the good side. They're gonna see all this good stuff about a person and about an employee, about whatever. They're gonna be like, dang, this, about a boss. They're gonna be like, dang, okay, this is a great person. Then after a while, it's like in a relationship, y'all good in different households, but then when you move in with each other, it's like it's a lot of things you see you don't like about this person. You see what I'm saying? And all that's gonna start coming out. All that's gonna start coming out, and it's gonna be like, oh, whoa, I'm like, yeah, I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start seeing the true colors. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we colorblind. We think we see the color of something. We think that we see the color is what it is, and it's not what it is. It's actually a different color. You see blue, but it's really green, right? You see green, but it's really blue. You see, and it's like the naked truth. It's like the naked truth. It's like a lie bundled up in the truth, or the truth bundled up in the lie. And so you gotta grow, man. You gotta want better. If you don't want better, then you can't make nobody else's better. You can't make nobody's life better. You can't make no situation better. You can't do nothing, and that's just what it is, and that's not the way to go. That's not the way to go. So I suggest all my people to grow and want better, and admit your faults and stand up to your faults and fix your faults. Don't let your faults just linger. Don't let a person feel like they're like you're not mature enough or not grown enough to fix something. See, when people hear those words, it's the most disrespect thing ever when you say you can't admit your faults or fix these things. All that sounds terrible to somebody, you know what I'm saying? And that's not terrible. It's not, you know. But communication is like the worst thing ever, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel bad for a lot of people, and I feel bad for a lot of ships, what kind of relationship, family ship, whatever. I just feel bad, man. I just hope people fix themselves and fix their life and get things together, because that's just not the way to go, man. It's the Deep Questions, Deep Answers podcast, and I hope everybody's having a great day. And yeah, man, get it together.